So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Chainlaing arc and the things that have been revealed through this arc. So let's dive into this madness. Number one on our list is Virgin, and it's about where Virgin is from. Originally, we thought Virgin was from Chainlaing, that he was born in Chainlaing, but we found out it's not from Chainlaing. That was not the case. It was revealed that he and his mom came from Saho and they came to Chainlaing to cure his medical condition. So number two on our list is Taejin, and it's about Taejin not being a member of the Chainlaing arc. Through the previous chapter, it was assumed that Taejin was one of the Chainlaing farm members, given that he wears the uniform or the clothes which most of the Chainlaing farm wears. But we found out that he was not a member of the Chainlaing farm. He was not Virgin's friend, but rather he was his enemy. And Virgin and Taejin are mortal enemies. FYI, these two characters have been designed to be enemies. They have been designed to be mortal enemies. And I believe that Taejin is Virgin's final boss in Lucasm. Taejin has to be the guy Virgin has to beat to find inner peace, even though we know he's supposed to be the shaman, but Taejin too holds the scene. Even looking at their names, BTJ has set these characters to be four mortal enemies. Let's look at Virgin name, which means strength, strong. It also means mountain, which can also stand for or represent tiger, which is the god of the mountain in the Chinese mythology. And let's look at Taejin name, which also means strength, wealth, and river, which also stand for or represent the Chinese god of the river, which is the dragon. And I believe we all know in the Chinese mythology, the tiger and the dragon are mortal enemies. This just tells us a lot about the dreadful relationship between Taejin and Virgin. Number three on our list is the relationship between Charlie Cho and Gon Pak. Gon, being the son of the dead and former Yamazaki clan and Ed, made a deal with Charlie Cho, which he did have a drink in the ritual of Zakazuki Goto, which made him and Charlie Cho become strong brothers. We don't know the content of this deal, but in my great wisdom, I believe this deal is either one of the following theories. So my first theory is revenge. Yes, revenge. Yes, revenge for his father's death. And I have a very strong suspicion that the Yamazaki clan betrayed the former head. Maybe not all the Yamazaki clan, at least a part of the Yamazaki clan. So my second theory is the resurrection of the Yamazaki clan. And to be honest, I myself don't believe this to be true because Gon has never shown any sign of wanting to resurrect the Yamazaki clan. And don't forget that Gon did not show any sign of doing this when he met with the Kojima brother and the remnant of the Yamazaki clan. But this is that one possibility you cannot just throw away. To be honest, the possibility of the third theory is average, and the third theory is to find a disciple. There are a lot of signs that Gon wants a disciple. We have seen him train members of the second generation, mostly those who are talented, and he has done this with all the crew heads, but he has never made any of them his disciple. And we have a statement which supports this theory better, and this statement goes back as chapter 478, where Eugene refers to Daniel as Gon's disciple. This might not have anything to do with the deal, but might just be Gon's own wish. And let's go to number 4 on our list, which is the Kojima brothers. These guys always work for assholes. They worked for the shaman and are currently working for Eugene. And both of these characters are assholes. And there might be the possibility of the Kojima brothers betraying the former head of the Yamazaki clan members. And the reason for this is because of when this panel, the panel that showed them standing on the body of fellow Yamazaki clan member, why beat up your fellow clan members? Number 2 is their attitude towards Gon. Their attitude towards Gon was kind of cold and it was lacking in the respect they should be given the heir and should be the current boss of the Yamazaki clan member. And that's why I said this in my last video, that their tattoo doesn't look like the Yamazaki clan tattoo. So let's go to number 5 on our list, which is Suju Yuk, the first generation king of Chainlaing, the sixth king. We are mainly going to be talking about his death. There are theory that Vijin was the one that killed him, or Vijin was framed for killing the first generation king Yuk, and which was why his relationship with the Chainlaing fam was sour and bad. But with the recent progression of the story and arc, this should not be possible because of the Chainlaing fam knows everything. They know everything about Vijin. They know everything about the shaman. They are not fools who will believe and be deceived by the shaman. They know the shaman is a liar. They know the shaman is a schemer. They know the shaman is a fraud. So they will not believe any false statement about Vijin killing the Chainlaing king. But don't worry, don't be afraid. With my great wisdom, I have some theories as to why the relationship between Vijin and the Chainlaing went bad. The first theory is that the Chainlaing fam might be angry at Vijin for putting them all in danger by his reckless behavior, which might have led to the death of Yuk. Because of this last chapter, Yuk might die, and possibly Kim Sujin. I will not be surprised if Taejin has gone to adopt Kim Sujin, because with all the ruckus going on in Taejin house, Taejin is nowhere to be found. Where the hell is Taejin? The second theory is this. According to the dialogue between the Chainlaing fam and Vijin when they rescued him in chapter 489, they said, "You think we will say that?" And what was the statement they said? And the statement was, "We will follow you and always be with you. Even though you kill someone, we will always be by your side." And we're like, "You think we're going to say that? Never in hell are we going to say that." And they reject that notion, implying that they will not follow him if he causes them trouble or kills someone. So let's say Vijin kills the shaman, which I believe it did. This is going to cause a lot of trouble, and it's going to put the whole of the Chainlaing fam in danger, and this will put the whole of the village into disarray, which is something the shaman discussed with Charlie Cho, telling Charlie Cho that if Charlie Cho kills him, the whole of the village is going to be put in disarray, which is something the Chainlaing fam will not support, and which might have caused their relationship to go bad. Let's go to number 6 on our list, which is Jin Mojin, the father of Vijin, and we're going to be talking about his connection with Chainlaing and Yuk. Jin Mojin is a strong man who is said to be as strong as Gapion Kim, and is a wanderer who lives in the wild and owns a dojo. He and the shaman has met before, and their meeting seems to be a bad one. And I think he was the one who was said to have invaded the shaman compound. Jin Mojin must have found Yuk and trained him in his dojo, where Yuk met the other third generation king. And I'm referring to chapter 487, where Yuk tells Vijin that he has friends which are not from Chainlaing. And don't forget, the third generation king came to pay tribute or celebrate the anniversary of Yuk. How do they know each other if they have not met somewhere before? Let's look at the king of Icheon. Because of he also fights with wrestling. We can see him using the wrestling technique. I don't know if it's serum or another wrestling technique. He used this wrestling technique on Daniel. So Yuk meeting Jin Mojin might have also explained why Yuk has red paper. That is, if Jin Mojin was the one who took the red paper from the shaman. And this can also be pointing out the Yuk connection with Jin Pak. If we look at chapter 486, we see Yuk having an anxiety attack. He took some drugs or pill to help him calm down this attack. And when you look into Lookism, the only other character who have anxiety attack and that also take pills or drugs to calm them down is Jin Pak, who is said to be the genius of medicine. Yuke is said to have never come down from the mountain. So how did he get this drug? This is unless he met someone. We know he has met with Jimojin, who is a wanderer and who I believe is not good with medicine. Jimojin could be sheltering General Park, and this is how General Park got in contact with Red Paper and also Yuke. This is all theory, by the way, but I think this is making kind of a sense to us, right? It's making sense to me anyway. So we have come to an end of this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on Chainlaing. Please drop your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Until we see next time, thank you.